Hello and welcome to another episode of Coffee Fusion. It's time to evolve your brewing with an episode of In the Cup. Hey all, so the idea of In the Cup is to help you guys who are grabbing my coffee to evolve your brewing and to take things to the next level. So each week I'm going to grab one of the bags of coffee and brew it either through espresso or filter, play around with it to try and get more out of the coffee. So this week we have an espresso profile of a Colombian Dorada y Potrerito, and I was thinking about making a long black, so I'm going to dial that coffee in and see where I can get that coffee tasting its best. Now when extracted nicely, this coffee has some really nice guava tones for the acidity and some really nice toffee body. So that's what I'm going to be chasing in the cup. Now depending on how you like it, you might want to extract a little bit faster and get more of that acidity in the cup. Or you might want to be chasing more of that toffee, but I'm going to be chasing a nice balance between the two. So first of all, I'm going to take my usual dial-in recipe and just see how that extracts. So I'm going to dose 19 grams in. I'm going to aim for about 40 grams out, and we're going to just check the flow rate and see if we need to adjust the grind. So that first extraction was a little bit fast, and understandably the extraction was quite sour when I tasted it. So I'm going to adjust that grind finer and just try and get the same result but a little bit slower. So I have an EK which is great for single dosing espresso. You can see that my actual technique for dosing has changed a little bit. I'm going into a dosing cup and then shaking that into the portafilter. I found that this really helps with the evenness of my extractions, but I understand that most people don't have a single dose grinder at home. So remember, if you are adjusting the grind on your grinder, make sure when you adjust the grind, you clear out any of the coffee that was already ground, because that will affect how your next extraction goes. Depending on your grinder, that could be 1 shot or 2 shots. So just be aware of that when you're making your changes. So we can see with the second extraction we've gone a little bit too far, so I'm going to move the grinder back somewhere between the first shot and the second shot, and we should be pretty Goldilocks in there. So for all three of these extractions, we had the same dose in and a very similar dose out. The first one ran for 24 seconds, the second one ran for 35 seconds, and this third extraction is running for 32 seconds. So I've added some water to this to make a long black. Let's have a sip. Now it took me a while to reset the camera, and in that time this long black has cooled a little bit. When it was quite warm, I thought that it was lacking a little bit of acidity at 32 seconds. And I would have sort of said that maybe we could kind of pull it back to 29 seconds and run it through just a little bit faster to get a little bit more acidity. But now that it's cooled down a little bit more, the acidity is more apparent and the balance is quite nice. If I was to pull one more shot of this, I would maybe play around with letting that yield pull out just a little bit further. But I'm really happy with what's in the cup, and I'm going to drink the rest of this long black. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope these little In the Cup episodes are going to help you evolve your brewing even further. I've been kind of promising to do something like this for a long time, but I just haven't started it. So I'm going to try and do this weekly. I'll just use whichever coffee is roasted and in the roastery, and then we'll just play around with different coffees, different brew methods, and it'll give you guys an idea of what to expect from my coffee when you grab a bag and brew it at home. I've also been filming some stuff behind the scenes for another episode of My Week With. I got some of the Barista Hustle milk jugs, and I know tons of you guys that watch this channel love latte art, so I think you'll be looking forward to that one. If you are new to the channel and this is perhaps one of your first episodes, or perhaps you bought coffee and that's how you've ended up here, hit that subscribe button so that you can see the future videos as they come out. And remember, if you love these videos, the best way to support is to share it with a friend that really enjoys coffee as well. So if you know anyone that would like this video, share it with them. Those likes always help, that's great. And if you live within Australia, you can always buy your next bag of coffee from me. Thanks again, and until next time, keep frothing.